Hi everyone, another practice. We'll start in a seated position. I'm sitting on a bolster. You can sit on a comfortable chair with an upright back. You can sit on some pillows, you can sit on some blankets. Make sure you've got some props around you. I always have a scarf over my eyes, some blankets, pillows, whatever you've got, get creative. If you don't have hard blankets, grab some towels. And let's come to a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. It can be cross-leg, back against the wall. Let's just have 3 deep breaths to settle in. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Just wobble through the spine a little. Feel yourself sitting. Rub your palms of your hands on your thighs. Just feeling your palms, the sensations on the palms. Very soothing, rubbing the palms. If we're ever feeling anxious, it's a really nice thing to do. It's a nice sensation on the legs. It's a nice sensation through the palms. You can also just rub your hands together and just really softly, really feeling the sensations through the fingers. Feel your warmth. The fingertips of my hands are cool, but my palms feel warm. Just taking in exactly what's happening with your body right now. And then rest the hands on the thighs, either palms down or palms up. Feel the length of the spine, settle into your seat, feel your sit bones. Let your legs and your pelvis be nice and heavy. Let them sink down into whatever you're sitting on. Relax the tongue and the mouth. Release the jaw so there's space between the teeth. Keep the lips softly sealed. Close the eyes. Long through the neck by opening the base of the skull. That'll draw the chin back a little. It'll bring the ears more above the shoulders. The shoulders can then relax when the spine feels like it's more in alignment. And you'll feel a lovely lift through the heart center, the upper chest. As the shoulders relax down the back body, the heart will naturally lift, leaving more room for open lungs, ribs, front body, but we're not arching the back and throwing the ribs forward. Close the eyes. With every exhale, softly take the navel back to spine. With every inhale, feel the body with the freshness of the changing autumn air. Even if you're inside, you'll still sense the air. We're lucky to live in this very fresh, clean air. Feel the temperature of the air at the tip of the nose. Feel the crispness of the air as it comes in and up through the nostrils. Guide it down into the torso, down into the belly, ballooning as you inhale. To settle the mind, you can count the breath. In for 4, out for 4, or in for 3, out for 3. If you have been anxious, concerned, busy, worried, maybe the breath isn't flowing too smoothly, so take it slow. Take your awareness down into the belly. Keep the breath away from the chest. And it may be shorter inhale and exhale. Those disturbances on a mental plane from anxiety, the breathing accessory muscles can get quite tense. The diaphragm can get quite tense. So take time just to come to the breath and really feel what's going on in your physical body. And just have the smoothest, softest, most rhythmic belly breath that you can find today, knowing this breath can change hour to hour. Relax the shoulders, the tongue, the jaw. In your mind's eye, watch your navel softly expanding and contracting. Feel your pelvis getting heavier, your spine more alert. Just you and the breath. Take 3 more full breaths here. Notice, have things changed? Are you settling a little? Don't worry if you're not, we're just entering practice, observing, developing our witness. Follow the exhale all the way to the end. And inhale, open your eyes. Come off what you're sitting on. Move everything off your mat or come onto your mat if you've been on a chair or against the wall. Come onto all fours. We'll run through some cat-cow. Spread the fingers here. And let's just start by rocking the hips. Feel the edges of your hips. Keep the spine neutral. Feel the breath. Feel the natural pull back with the exhale. Pull back through the navel. Inhale, let the belly be soft. Then come back to the center. And we'll inhale, drop the belly, broaden the collarbones. Exhale, round, push into the hands. Keep flowing with your breath. Feel your shins, the tops of your feet, every fingertip. Close the eyes if you can. Just keep flowing with your breath. Nice rhythmic breath. Take 3 more rounds. and come back to a neutral spine. Let's thread the right arm underneath the left, come down onto the shoulder, rest the ear, the side of the head on the ground. Keep the buttocks high, feel the shins, and try to be as heavy as you can here. This hand can be in a position just like a training wheel to keep you upright, palm on the ground. Relax the right hand. If you like, you can have a block under the head here or a blanket. Close the eyes, settle in, come back to the breath. To make the head even heavier, to release the shoulder a little bit more, let the jaw be soft. Breathing into the belly. Try to be in absolute stillness here. Find a spot, take time to settle in, and then drop into stillness. Be content with a little bit of sensation, or maybe there's quite a bit of sensation. Just take 3 more breaths. And slowly push into the left hand, coming all the way up. Let's drop down onto our forearms, palms together. Let's do 3 cat-cow movements here. Inhale, look out in front, lean a little forward, sit bones high. Exhale, round, chin to chest, crown of the head to the floor. 2 more rounds. Getting into the rib cage. Releasing tension. Making space for more breath. Vital life force energy. Prana. Feeding and growing our pranic body, our energy body. And then come back to all fours. Let's thread our left arm through, palm facing up, relax down. Head on a blanket, the floor, or a block, or a book, a pillow, or whatever's comfortable for you. Find a spot, be heavy. Breathe into the belly, close the eyes. Count the breath if the mind is wandering. In for 4, out for 4. Nice rhythmic breath, constant flow, no gaps. Three more breaths. Turn, push into the right hand. Bring yourself up. Come down onto your forearms, hands in prayer. And drop the belly, 3 cat-cow. Feel the shoulders opening up. Push down into the forearms, spread the shoulder blades. And then stay in this position and walk the elbows forward. Drop the forehead to the ground. Hands are in prayer. And just let the hands rest behind the head. Pull back just a little bit through the hips to open up the shoulders. Feel the feet. If this is too much, have some pillows or blankets underneath your arms to bring you up a little higher. Breathe into the rib cage, expanding the ribs. We won't be here too long. Take 5 more breaths. To come out, just walk the elbows a little wider, release the hands, and let's take it back into child's pose. Round the spine, pull the navel and the front ribs back, sit bones back to heels, and just rock a little bit here. Be nice and heavy. Drop the forehead to the ground or stack the hands. Maybe you turn the head to a side. Arms can be out in front or down by the sides of the body. And just let the shoulders, whatever position you're in here, let the shoulders be really heavy. So the season of autumn, the element is metal. Metal is about minerals, what we take in from our food to nourish us. Thinking about our roots. The emotion is grief. Things that we need to let go of. As the leaves fall from the trees, we too need to let go of excess. And the organs are lungs and large intestine. So it's about bringing in what we need and letting go of what we no longer need. So we've just opened up the lungs, all of the accessory breathing muscles. So feel the breath in the body now as you rest in child's pose. It's a time of contemplation, reflection, and shedding what we no longer need. Three more breaths here. and walk the hands either forward or back. Push into the ground, coming all the way up. And let's open up the soles of the feet. Curl the toes under. Rock the hips a little. Maybe you come up. This is quite strong. If this is okay for you, take a few breaths here. You can pop a block or some pillows or a blanket or something in between to sit on, which makes it a little less strong in sensation. Long through the tail, opening up the fascia of the feet, opening up the toes. Breathing into the belly as you come up, feel the openness of the chest from what we've done already. If this is way too much, please come out, come down. Maybe you have a block or something under your forehead. Maybe you have the forehead on the ground. Wherever you're at, take 3 more full breaths. As we open the soles of the feet, the yogis say that we have chakras in the feet where we draw up the nutrients, we draw up the energy of the earth. We take in her wisdom. If the fascia is tight here, the feet aren't accepting as much as what they could if we're a little more open through the soles of the feet. Complete the exhalation of the breath that you're on. And walk the hands back. Roll over the feet. Come all the way up to standing. And let's just really find our roots here. Lift and spread the toes. Feet can be a little wider than the hips. Soften the knees a little bit. As soon as we soften the knees, we allow some body weight to drop down into the earth. Just wobble the upper body a bit, wobble the wrists. Rock the shoulders. Let's just rock a little through the upper body. I'm just lifting one shoulder, dropping the other, making the movement quite fast. Feeling the movement through my hands all the way down to my fingers. Grief resides in the heart center, middle back can get really tight. Let's wobble it out, rock it out, shake it out. Close the eyes. The beauty of practicing at home is maybe you move a little more than what you would in a class. We can get a little self-conscious without realizing it. Feel the body loosening here. Let it go. And then wobble the arms, let the wrists be limp. Like you're shaking off the leaves, like you're a tree preparing to let go of the leaves. And then bring the arms by the side of the body. Lift and spread the toes, little toe side of the feet straight. Soften the knees a little. Breathe, close the eyes, turn the palms a little forward. Feel yourself here. Letting go of that which you don't need. Feel the weight of your body. Feel the energy moving through your body from the movement we just offered it. And open the eyes. Let's step the feet a little wider. Doesn't have to be your widest ever. Kick the heels out. Turn the toes in. Soften the knees here. Roll the shoulders a couple of times. Wobble again, just for a little bit. And then inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Knees can be bent. Fingertips on the ground. Or maybe you've got some pillows or a block out in front if the ground feels a long way away. Let's be nice and long through the spine, looking straight down at the ground. From tail to crown of the head, you're nice and long. Spread the toes of both feet. Rock the body weight a little forward. Rock the body weight a little back. Do that a few times. The sole of the foot stays connected to the ground. We're not lifting the heel. We're not lifting the toes. We're just shifting the body weight. Keep on breathing into the belly. Feel the ribs opening up. Exhale, let out the stuck emotion, the mental energy, all of those things. Just let them go. Open the mouth, let out a sigh. Sighing is a beautiful way of releasing grief. Lift the quad muscles, lift the kneecaps. As soon as you do that, feel the feet earthing down, your roots getting deeper. Inhale here, exhale, fold forward. Walk the hands back, or maybe you have the hands on a block, whatever is right for you here. Let the back of the neck be long, take the sit bones high. Keep lifting up through the kneecaps and feel the feet getting heavier down into the earth. Spread your roots, taking in nutrients. In your mind's eye, visualize that happening. Breathe, expanding the ribs, opening the mouth, maybe letting the exhale go. Roll the shoulders up away from the ears. Take 3 more breaths here. Maybe there's still a little bit of gentle rocking. Maybe you've come to absolute stillness. Feel the head getting heavier, release the jaw. The next time you inhale, start to lift the torso, keep the eyes looking straight down, and walk the hands forward. The sit bones stay above the feet where they are, but we just walk the hands forward, let go of the neck. So it's a nice opening for the shoulders. Keep lifting up through the quad muscles, lifting the kneecaps, lengthening the spine. So it's a bit of a hybrid between downward facing dog and wide leg forward fold. If the hamstrings are really tight, bend the knees a little bit. Feel the ribs opening, feel the lungs opening. Take 5 more breaths here. Lift the kneecaps, earth the feet. Two more breaths. And raise the head, look at the hands. Step the feet to hip distance apart. Come back into a dog. I'm just coming down onto my knees to tuck my shirt in. I seem to be losing my top. And feel yourself now in a downward facing dog. Hands in the same position, feet a little wider than hip distance apart. Come up onto the balls of the feet here. Take the sit bones really high. Push into the base of the fingers. Grip a little with the fingertips. Shoulders away from ears. Gazing at the space between the legs. Take a nice big inhale here as you exhale. Open up the fascia on the soles of the feet. Lengthen out. Lift the toes. Lift the kneecaps. Quad muscles lifting. Kick the heels out. Ground and earth through the base of the fingers. Now we're taking in nutrients through the hands and the feet. 3 more breaths. Nice big breaths into the belly. Exhale, draw the navel back. Last one. Inhale, raise the head, look at the hands. Walk the hands back towards the feet. Bend the knees deeply. Draw the navel back, roll up through the spine, coming all the way up to standing. If you feel dizzy at all, hands to prayer, chin to the chest, bend the knees. Breathing to soothe and calm yourself until your dizziness passes. If you're not dizzy, just be standing in Tadasana. Close the eyes, palms facing forward. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Feel the inner landscape changing as you open. Turn the corners of the mouth up and smile. Autumn is a time for gratitude. Every day is a time for gratitude, but autumn is a time of reflection, being grateful for what summer has offered us. Late harvest, preparation, abundance. 1 more breath. Releasing. Come to the top of the mat and have some blocks or some books. You may or may not need them. Just have them there in case you do. And let's have the left foot forward and step the right foot back. It doesn't have to go too far. The back foot is on about a 30-degree angle. The big toe is facing the top right-hand corner of the mat. The left foot is 90 degrees. The hips are square to the top of the mat, the short end of the mat. Have the hands on the hips here. Let's lean back into that back heel. Lengthen the tail. Open up through the chest. Bring the elbows back a little. And notice how you may want to bend into your back here. Have one hand now on the belly and just draw those front ribs back. Settle down into your pelvis. Settle down into your feet. Feel the big toe mound of both feet. Take the hands back onto the hips, elbows drawn back. Inhale here, all the way up under the collarbone. Exhale, navel comes back, front ribs come back. My chin is parallel to the ground. I come all the way down. And then I have my hands on the ground or on books or blocks, and my spine is nice and long. Looking straight down at the ground. So from tail to crown, I'm long. Lift and spread the toes. Re-establish my roots. Pull back through the outer edge of this hip. Inhale here, exhale, fold down over this leg. Roll the shoulders up away from the ears. And breathing into the belly. Maybe you feel your torso and your thigh. Maybe this front knee is a little soft. If your hamstring is screaming, soften the knee a little. 3 more breaths. Feel Feel your roots, feel your lungs. Soften your jaw, stillness. Next time you inhale, lift again to waist height. Maybe you have a block on the inner edge of this foot. Maybe you have your hand on the ground. Take your left hand to your waist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. You don't have to go too far. Draw the navel back. Bring the navel through. Take 3 breaths. Keep the hand on the hip, opening up the shoulder. Eye gaze can be down, straight ahead or up. 1 more breath. Inhale, lengthen, unwind. Both hands back on the ground. Exhale, fold. Maybe you have a little bit more access here. 3 more breaths. Hands on the ground, lift to waist height, bend the front knee, step the back foot forward, bend the knees, roll up through the spine, pelvis forward, head and neck last to come up, Tadasana, even balance through both feet, relax the shoulders, breathing into the belly. 2 more breaths. Any dizziness, go to prayer, drop chin to chest, bend the knees. And then let's step the left foot back, right foot forward. Doesn't need to be a very wide stance. Toes towards the right hand corner of the mat. 90 degrees for the front foot. Lift and spread the toes of both feet. Longest ever toes. Find the big toe mound. Soften the knees a little bit. Lengthen the tail. As soon as you try to lengthen the tail, the front ribs have got to come in. As soon as the front ribs come in, the spine feels a little straighter. We can lift through the base of the skull and drop the chin. The spine is happier. We're active through the core where we need to be active. Hands on hips, draw the elbows back, keep the front ribs in. Bring the wind in, up under the sternum, but keep the eyes gazing straight ahead and the chin parallel to the ground. Take a nice big in-breath. Exhale, draw the navel back, the front ribs back. Let's start coming forward. Nice long spine. Pull back through the outer edge of the right hip. Hands on the ground or on your supports. Soften this front knee a little bit if you need to. Inhale, lengthen at waist height. Exhale, navel comes back. Front ribs come back. Room to fold. Feel the difference on this side. Re-establish your roots. Lift up through your quad muscles, lifting your kneecaps, shoulders away from ears. And come back to your breath. In your mind's eye, you're feeling your navel. Back of the head, neck is long. You're gazing at your shin. Three more breaths. And inhale, come back to waist height. Maybe you have a block here. Lengthen the spine. Maybe your hand is on the ground. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bring your navel through. Right hand to the hip. Keep that right outer edge of your hip pulling back. Find your navel, come into a twist, 3 full breaths. Inhale, lengthen back to waist height. Exhale, both hands on the ground. Inhale again. Exhale, fold. 3 breaths. Shoulders away from ears. Reestablish your roots. Lift your quads. Inhale, raise to waist height. Bend the front knee. Step forward. Bend the knees quite deeply. Lean back into the heels. Lift the navel away from the ground. Pull the front ribs back. Core work as you roll up. If you feel a little dizzy, bend the knees. Prayer, chin to chest. Wait for it to pass. And then come to Tadasana. Close the eyes. Breathe. Feel your feet, feel your roots. Feel what the asanas are offering you. Release. We're getting into the back of the heart center, into the lungs. With the navel drawing back, we're waking up the digestion, moving through any sluggishness through the small and large intestines, getting things moving. Complete the exhale of the breath that you're on. And then let's inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Take the arms wide. Inhale, look out in front. Exhale, forward fold. Take the sit bones high. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe your knees are bent. Totally fine. Feel your torso on your thighs. Let the back of the neck go. Maybe your hands are on blocks or supports if you're up a little higher. Work with exactly where you're at. Maybe you walk the hands back. Maybe you wrap around your legs. Find your forward fold. Find your breath. Take 5 more breaths. Lean the body weight a little bit forward. Navel coming back as you exhale. Last breath. Hands on the ground. Step the feet back. Come into dog. Take 3 breaths here. Base of the fingers. Earthing. Gripping a little with the fingertips. Drawing up nutrients through the roots Lift the kneecaps. 2 more breaths. Feel your strength. Feel your sturdiness. And inhale, knees to the ground. Exhale, child's pose. Be nice and heavy. Arms can be down by the side or out in front. Take some nice big breaths here. Forehead on the ground or on a support. Three more breaths. And hands next to ears, pushing up. Just sitting for a moment to find yourself upright. You can sit cross-legged, you can sit with the legs out in front, just for a few breaths. Or you can sit in hero. Feel the effects of practice so far. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, side out. Then coming forward, let's grab a blanket or a towel, and what you need underneath will be different for all of us. So I'm just going to roll this up quite loosely. So you can see it's a pretty big roll. And I'm going to pop this underneath my front ribs, just at the base of my front ribs. So that part of my body is supported. Lengthen out through the feet, point the toes away from you, and then rock through the buttocks. Make sure the buttocks are really heavy. Have the forearms on the ground. Now you can walk them a little further forward, but make sure the elbows are in alignment with the shoulders so we're not splaying out. We're keeping it nice and square. Spread the fingers, relax the palms. You can be here, or you can simply softly clasp the hands or be in prayer, whatever feels right for you. Close the eyes. You can drop the head a little bit. If the back bend feels too deep, just walk the elbows forward. It'll bring you down a little lower. You can look straight down at the ground. Feel the tail lengthening. Feel the support under the front ribs. Let the thighs be really heavy. Let the lumbar spine be heavy. The effort is really just in the forearms, gentle pressure through the forearms. You'll feel a stretch across the shoulder blades. Let the jaw be nice and heavy. The more tension we can release through the face, the jaw, the neck, the more the shoulders will open. As the shoulders open, we'll be able to push down into the forearms a little bit more. Close the eyes. Feel sensation. Take 5 more full breaths. If your buttocks grip, give a gentle rock through the pelvis. Feel the thighs getting heavier, earthing. Finish the exhalation of the breath you're on. Curl the toes. Walk the hands back. Push into the hands. Draw the navel back here. Take it slow. Round the spine. Come back into child's pose. Keep your blanket where it is. Rock the hips. 5 breaths. My hands are under my forehead. Your arms can be wherever they're comfortable. Broaden the rib cage. Spread the ribs. Feel the muscles in between the ribs loosening, softening. Feel the anxiety and the gripping through those muscles just releasing from the body. Inhale, raise the head. We're going to use this same support now underneath the back of our heart center. So I'm going to lie down on my back. This blanket is at the base of my shoulder blades, but then I'm going to drop back until my shoulders are off the blanket on the ground. If you get here and this is too high, roll to a side, make it lower. Keep working it until you've got the right height. This is a lovely passive chest opener. And then lengthen out through the heels. Let the feet flop to the side. Roll the shoulders under. Really make sure the shoulders are heavy on the ground. Wobble the pelvis. So let's keep with this idea of wobbling. Windshield wipe the feet. Do it quite fast. And that'll loosen through the thighs. You'll feel the whole body wobbling all the way up to the head and neck. And then when you're ready, come to stillness. Maybe you have arms by the side. Maybe you have cactus arms. Maybe they're up overhead. The higher the arms, the bigger the opening. So make sure you're comfortable, no stress. And then drop in. A beautiful passive heart opener. Sigh whenever you need to throughout this time that we spend here. Relax the tongue, relax the jaw, relax the pelvis. Head is heavy. Please make sure you're really comfortable. If you hold a lot of tightness at the back of the heart, which is very normal for all of us, make this a lower rise. No stress through the spine. Feel the front ribs opening, a gentle opening through the front ribs. Drop in. Effortless stillness. If your mind is wandering, you can use the mantra of so, hum, so as you inhale, hum as you exhale. So, hum, over and over in your mind. Allow the mantra to unwind the busyness of your mind. If you're comfortable, say it out loud. So hum. So hum. Whatever suits you. Watch for those nice, big, spontaneous breaths. When they happen, let out a sigh. Rejoice in the body spontaneously releasing. Take 3 more breaths here. Then wriggle the fingers, wriggle the toes. Slowly bend the knees one at a time. Soles of the feet on the ground. Push into the soles of the feet, lift the back. Slide whatever is under your heart down under your knees. Maybe you offer yourself a pillow. Maybe you offer yourself something for over your eyes here. Let the feet flop, drop directly into Shavasana. Tongue, jaw soft. Feel the weight of your body. Roll the shoulders under one by one. Open through the armpits, the armpit ribs. Feel the whole body earthing. Chin dropping towards the throat. Offer yourself a pillow if your chin feels open. And release into effortless stillness again. Come back to your mantra if that is of use. Mantras are beautiful for dissolving the mental chatter. Scan through the body. If you come across any tension, ask it to let go. Continue to surrender. Come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Bring movement to the fingers and toes. Feel the weight of you. Feel the room for air. Stretch and move in any way that feels right for you. Bending the knees one at a time. Rolling to the right side. Making a pillow for the head. Take a couple of breaths here. And push into the hands. Keep the head and neck heavy. Come all the way up to a seat. Now offer yourself some support. Maybe you go back to your chair, but have a chair that you can sit on the edge. We're going to finish with a movement meditation for the heart and the lungs. Continue the theme of the practice. So find yourself in a really comfy seat. Let's move the body around a little bit. Notice, is it easier to get settled and heavy through the pelvis? As I said, you can be sitting on a seat. Probably won't work against a wall here, but just sit on the edge of the seat and the legs at right angles. So the spine is upright and there's room for movement. So just rub the hands on the thighs again. Close the eyes. Settle in. And then I'll just demonstrate what the movement will be. So open the eyes. We start with the hands in prayer at the heart center. As I inhale, I open my palms outwards. My arms stay a little bent. My chest lifts with the inhale. My throat softly lifts, but not too much. And then I exhale, pull the navel back, the front ribs back. Hands come to heart and I softly bow. Inhale, open. It's a lift more than a throw the ribs forward. Chin opens a little. Feel the shoulder blades. Exhale, navel comes back, front ribs come back. When you've got the hang of it, close the eyes and flow with your breath. Feel the opening, feel the lifting, feel the broadening as you exhale. As you inhale, pull the front ribs back, the navel back, bow to your heart space. Find a rhythm. So we're not wanting to hyperextend too much as we open. It's more about expanding the inner landscape of the body with the breath. Bring the wind up under the sternum. Don't lift the chin too much so it stays in the torso, feeding the upper body, feeding the lungs, not letting it fly up to our mental landscape, igniting busyness in the mind. And then honoring and bowing to our heart space as we exhale. Keep on flowing. So of course there'll be a gentle opening of the ribs. We're just not accentuating the back bend. Close the eyes, relax the jaw, relax the tongue. Keep on flowing, just feeling the warmth, the movement, the softness, the expansiveness, the contraction. As you inhale, imagine there's a bubble around you and you're feeding. It's like an egg-shaped bubble around you and you're feeding your energetic bubble. As you exhale, you're coming back to your heart center, feeding off the energy that you're building within this bubble. Feel a nice rhythm with the hands. Soften the wrists. Let it be a dance of expansion and contraction. When you feel like you've got quite a lot of energy happening here, maybe you extend from your fingertips out through your bubble, filling the room. If that doesn't feel right, if you feel tired, overwhelmed, keep it for you. It's okay to just feed you with your energy. If you feel that you have excess, extend it out to your family. Extend it to your pets. Extend it into your household. Let the walls of your home be infiltrated with your heart energy. If you feel there's still more, extend it beyond. Imagine your community in their homes as we self-isolate, and you're extending your heart energy to them. If on this day that you're practicing right now and that doesn't feel right, you're overwhelmed, keep it for you. Know when to extend beyond you. Know when to hold it for you. If there's even more, extend beyond your community to the whole world, experiencing this coronavirus pandemic. Keep on moving. See what it feels like. Can you open your heart beyond? If you don't have the energy right now, keep it for you. Use this to build your energy. Come back to this practice time and time again. If you've extended out, start bringing it back from the world to your community. From community to your home. From home to you, to your bubble. 3 more rounds in your bubble. Feel the difference when you're in your bubble, just for you. Use this whenever you need it, just for you. And then settle at your heart space, hands in prayer, spine long, eye gaze as if you were gazing out at the most beautiful horizon. Release the hands onto the thighs, Feel the energy flowing through your arms. Feel warmth, tingles, coolness. Whatever you're feeling, sit in your heart center. The lungs, the heart, the chest, the arms, the fingers. They're all an extension of your heart center, your energetic heart chakra. Feel whatever arises here. Maybe you turn the palms down and just keep that energy flowing for you, especially if you feel overwhelmed by the openness that you feel right now. It can be normal to feel overwhelmed. It can be normal for sadness to arise, for grievances to arrive. Reflection, contemplation in the heart space. Breathe into this space. To help to earth ourselves here as we inhale, take your breath down to your root chakra, into the earth. As you exhale, softly draw the navel back, bring the energy up to the heart. As you inhale, energy goes down to your roots, down into your belly. As you exhale, draw the navel back. Feel your chest expand. Inhale, take your energy down to your roots. Exhale up to the heart. Keep breathing like this. So as we open our heart, we remind ourselves of our grounding, our stability, our security, our foundation. It's safe to open the heart. It's safe to give. It's safe to receive. Continue to breathe like this. Energy down as you inhale. Energy up as you exhale. Giving and receiving become one. We're an abundant vessel of life force energy. Not taking too much, taking just enough, receiving what we need, giving what we can, when we can, and recognizing when we need to give to self. Rest in your heart space. If you have time and you feel super comfortable, sit here for as long as you like. When you're ready to come out, simply drop the chin to the chest on an exhale. Bring the hands together at your heart, honoring and giving thanks to you, to the practice, and to each other. Namaste.